Hello, everybody. It's Joe from Prep Agent. If you could hear me, give me a thumbs up. Joe from Agent School, I should say. Trying to multitask here. Hello, everybody. What do you think? You guys can hear me? We good to go? What's up, Amanda Olson? Seem to be a regular. Excited about that. Okay, so we are getting going. I'm excited about this topic today. It's another fun week of real estate learning. That's me on the screen. What do you guys think? Good picture? I'm trying. I'm not a model. This stuff gets awkward. But you got to embrace your inner ridiculous, right? You got to embrace all the ridiculous stuff in order to succeed. There's nothing comfortable about getting business, about cold calling, putting your face up on things, whether it's benchmark ads, webinars, or Facebook ads, Instagram posts. I don't know. It's nothing comfortable about it, but you got to embrace it, right? Everybody who's great at something was feeling a little ridiculous at some point. You guys agree? Everybody who is great at something felt a little ridiculous at some point. So you got to go to extremes to be successful. Okay. So if you guys haven't already, that's my Instagram profile up on the board. Make sure you subscribe to that. Got all these good tips and good things there that I want you guys to see. And of course, you guys should follow me on LinkedIn as well. All right. But if you guys want to get in touch with me, this is actually the best way to do it. Through Instagram, okay? Because if you write to the website, that goes to our customer service people who are great, but directly to me, this is it. If you go through the Prep Agent Instagram, once again, it's customer service, but if you guys want to talk to me, which sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, this is it. All right, sound good? Rock and roll? Good morning from Los Angeles. Good morning. Woo! It's that new Kanye West song. Okay. So today we're talking about online collaboration. Online collaboration to get business. It's a big deal. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to get business. So let me start with this question. What are you guys doing to get business? You're starting out in real estate. You're brand new. You go to some conference. You go to some lecture at your new brokerage and they give some pie in the sky information. It's not even useful to you. Like, wear your name tag when you go to Starbucks or go to the gym with a t-shirt that says, I'm a real estate agent, blah, blah, blah. Let me give you more methods that worked 30 years ago, okay? So you go to your office, they give you a lot of old school methods because it works for them, because they got that business 30 years ago and they're relying on the downline. But they cannot relate to you, somebody starting out in a post-coronavirus era where everything's online. So what are you guys doing? Anybody? What are you guys doing to get business? So there's a lot of ways we could get business, right? So you guys hear about cold calling, door knocking, networking events, right? These are like the most common old school ways. Sitting open houses, handing out flyers, okay? Handing out business cards. So what I'm writing on the board is probably what you guys hear a lot of, right? These are the ways of 30 years ago. If somebody's like been in the business 30 years, they probably did this when they get started. Am I correct? All right. Maria says referrals. Yeah, Maria, referrals are great, but we don't always have referrals. We got to get them. People say ask your sphere of influence. I don't know about your sphere of influence, but my sphere of influence doesn't have a ton of people ready to sell a house. You try, but you got to increase that sphere of influence. Oh, that's the other one. Call everyone you know. All right, so then there's the modern ways to do it. I hear some of you guys writing social media marketing. Well, that's a huge thing. You got to be more specific than that. So the modern world, people who don't live with Fred Flintstone and Wilma, okay? So social media is a big thing. You hear stuff about like Facebook ads, YouTube links, Instagram posts, video, diaries, right? All this kind of stuff. A lot of different stuff. Email, marketing. So as Carrie says, LinkedIn, Facebook, IG, but that goes into a lot bigger, realm of things. That could be very kind of daunting. The social media could be daunting. Like, we're not even getting to just the touch on the point. Facebook groups, right? Clubhouse, somebody wrote. You see how detailed it could get? A lot of you guys wrote social media, and I started writing this, and I haven't touched the surface. And some of you guys were like, oof, there's a lot. Am I right? How many of you guys said social media, and you look at this, and you're like, oof, there's a lot. It looks intimidating. So I want to start in a very simple place to get business that incorporates some old school methods with some new methods. Some of you guys are like, what's Clubhouse? Whole nother thing another time. Okay, so I want to go back to what I wrote here, online collaboration. And that incorporates the old and the new. Okay, this is a combination of the old and the new. I hope you guys don't mind my teaching style. It doesn't look very sexy on the board, but I like writing out my thoughts so you guys can see my thoughts and follow me rather than just see my face all the time in a video of me talking. I just feel like this is a good way for you guys to follow along and write down certain things I'm writing down, kind of like how teachers use a chalkboard or a whiteboard. I just think it's a good way. So it's a combination of the old and the new, the online collaboration. Okay, basically what you want to do is find out what people in your community have a similar audience to you. This is a very important question where everything starts. Everybody see this? What people in your community have a very similar audience to you? And this starts. And we talked about your sphere of influence. If you guys don't know what your sphere of influence is, that's all the people you know. And I say that's a great sphere of influence, but not all of us know that many people who could give us referrals. So let's make a list here. What people in your community have a similar audience to you? All right, what do you guys think? Let's find a list here. Give me an answer here. So what people have a similar audience without doing the same thing? So obviously not like other real estate agents. Okay, boom. Nice job, Sheena. Loan officer. Bang, there's one. Be more creative. Let's hear it, guys. What else you got? Loan officer. Dentist. Interior decorator. Lawyers. Contractors. I think attorney's same as a lawyer, right? Accountants. Good. Personal trainers. Hairdressers. Right? Now, you guys are starting to see, if we really think about it, this list could go on and on and on. Right? Not so much banks. We want individual people, right? Lenders. You guys are being too vague. Don't do that to me. Get specific here. Religious places, I don't know if they're soliciting business, but my point is, everybody who listed here, what do they have in common? They're independent people just like you, all right, who are trying to get business in the community. Carrie says, web designer. Well, Carrie, it's a good person who's independent, but they're not targeting a community. When you sell homes, more often than not, you're targeting a community, okay? A certain geographic area. These people are independent people targeting a geographic area. So I want everybody to write this down, this part. I made it bold for you. Independent people targeting a geographic area. Hairdressers, personal trainers, accountants, contractors, lawyers, interior decorators, dentists, everything of that nature. Okay? So I want you to make that list. I'm telling you, if you guys do this, this will be a free way for you guys to get business. Free way to get business. Okay? All right. Next thing you got to think about, all right, is how are you going to get in touch with them? How are you going to get in touch with them? How are you going to get in touch with these professionals? What do you guys think? How are you going to get in touch with the loan officer, the dentist, the interior decorator, the lawyer, the accountant, the personal trainer, the hairdresser? What do you guys think? How are you going to get in contact with them? And when I tell you this, you're going to be like, this webinar is good stuff. I should attend all the time. I'm going to be rocking. Okay, what do you guys think? How you call? Linda says call. I don't know, Linda. Not everybody answers their phone all days. Email, phone, call, direct message. Like them on Instagram or Facebook. You guys are missing an obvious one. You're missing a big one. Yes, you could call them. But what's the best way to get in touch with them? The first place you should try. Make a meeting, walk in. Ugh, nobody wants to walk in. Oh, when I tell you this, promise me if you guys will admit like, oh, I should have thought of that. I totally should have thought of that. Are you ready? Right? I'm ready. If I give you this, Linda Tab, I love you. Everybody say awesome, Linda Tab. Everybody ready? LinkedIn. That is the first place you should begin. Everybody got it? LinkedIn. Okay? You guys need to start on LinkedIn. I'm going to make this super big. LinkedIn. Okay? How many of you guys are like, oh, I should have thought of that? Now, I'm not taking away from the other ideas you guys had, all right? You guys had some really good ideas, but you gotta start here. This is where it needs to begin. You only go to those other things if LinkedIn is not an option. Everybody got it? Right? Got it. And I'll explain to you why. So when you attend these webinars, guys, we're not trying to give you these general ideas and motivational speeches. I'm really trying to give you direct steps of how to get stuff done, okay? And you guys can follow it, not. You can use it as a platform for other ideas, but it's my goal to give you guys direct steps. How many of you guys are thinking, oh, I should have thought of LinkedIn? Be honest. Hunter Henning said, I rarely go on there. Hunter, that has to change. You guys need to be on LinkedIn, all right? First and foremost, I'm not saying as I work for LinkedIn, I'm trying to promote LinkedIn. It doesn't matter to me, all right? But I want you guys to be successful, so I want you to be there. Why do you need to be on LinkedIn? Okay, well, LinkedIn, and I went over a webinar in full detail on this, I think, last week, so I won't go into too much now. You can listen to my webinar there. But LinkedIn will increase your ranking on search engines, all right, which is fine. But the biggest reason, it's a business forum. People are expected to do business and do deals there, okay? It is a business forum. It is a business forum. People are there to grow their business, do deals. If you solicit people on Instagram or Facebook, it's a little annoying. On LinkedIn, it's expected. So you find people in your community through certain groups and through avenues. You tell them, hey, personal trainer, I know you're trying to get business. I'm trying to get business as well. So let's see what we could do to work together. That simple, okay? It's that simple, all right? And in that forum, that's okay. It's not rude. It's not tacky, whereas other forums are a little difficult. Do you see why I want you guys to start in LinkedIn? Because that's where it's expected to talk like that. That's where you got to look professional. People will find you, and you'll start to do business like that. The example I like to use, and probably the easiest one, is the interior is the interior decorator. You guys also have to realize people on LinkedIn are usually a little more successful than other areas of life. Okay, people on LinkedIn are professional people with ambition and goals, generally speaking, obviously. People do not start a LinkedIn profile for fun. Everybody got that? Nobody put pictures of their vacation and all that and kittens playing with puppies on LinkedIn. It's a little more professional, people with goals. So let's take our interior decorator, for example. Okay, so Cynthia says, why interior decorator you choose? That sounds a little like, what was that Star Wars character? Yoda. Why choose interior decorator you? Okay, so why am I choosing the interior decorator? Well, they're in that real estate field, and what could they provide you? Incredible photos for your social media. They could provide incredible photos for your social media. Okay, great content. So you call interior decorator, you say, hello, interior decorator, you don't know me, but I'm a new real estate agent. They're like, so what? I said, well, I know it doesn't seem to matter to you, but I'd like to introduce myself. You write this on LinkedIn. You say, you got some great pictures. I love your pictures. They're amazing. You do great work. You know, butter it up a little. You guys know the drill. And they're like, why, thank you. My pictures are amazing pictures. And you say, can I see one? I'd love to give it to my clients. And they say, sure, of course. Here's one. You go, wow, what an amazing picture. It's incredible. And you say, well, I'd like to see what I could do. Would you mind if I use your picture on my Instagram profile and I will credit you for that picture? So when I put your picture on my Instagram profile, I'm going to credit you, Mr. and Mrs. Interior Decorator. And they're saying, well, what do you want from me? Nothing. I just love that content. It's so great. I've created a relationship with them. I got great content. And now they're like, you know what? That Joe, he's good stuff. He's good stuff right there. I opened the door. After I post one or two of his pictures and he likes it and he starts sending me, then comes the conversation of, you know, you work with a lot of people who want to design their house, build a house, sell a house, I don't know, do different things with houses. You know me now. We like each other. You see I'm a good person. If you get some business, what do you think? You refer me some, I refer you some. We'll see where this goes. And if they say yes, great. They say think about it. Well, you got some great content. And if you treat them well, they'll also do what? Give you a recommendation on the LinkedIn page, Facebook reviews, whatever reviews you got. Everybody see how that worked? What do you guys think? This is the first example of an online collaboration. I haven't done it in person, but I'm collaborating with them. Next thing you could do is interview them on your channel. And got news, people, a lot of these interior decorators have pretty awesome Instagram profiles themselves because they work with visual. So you could have them interview you on their profile, all right? And now you're boosting each other and you're not conflicting each other because you sell different things, but you're both independent people marketing to a geographic area. What do you guys think? Good stuff? Yes or no? Good stuff? Now, can this apply to the loan officer, the dentist, the interior decorator, the contractor, the accountant? Of course it can. It's just some of them may not be visual. The hairdresser, sure, you have them do your hair. You go to the hairdresser, say, hey, I want to put this up. I want to credit you, so on down the line. You start helping them. You can't always ask something for nothing. Saying, refer me business, I'm in the area. That's nice. I mean, let's just be real here. It would be nice if you could go to the hairdresser and say, hey, Mr. Hairdresser, if you know anybody, refer me. That's great. And they may, all right? But let's be real, people. At some point, it's like, great, I'm just going to start handing this person business. And you're probably going to say, oh, I'll give you a kickback. Whatever. How original. Not original at all. That was sarcasm. It's much more powerful if you tell them, I'm going to help you promote your business. I'm going to do it. You extend a hand, and they're happy to reciprocate. So the dentist, you know, you could do things with that. Lawyers are great for real estate facts that you could use in your social media that you could use to direct back to them. They give you some information about legalities of buying a home, and you give them credit. Contractors, similar interior designer, they'll give you construction ideas. Personal trainers, everybody wants to get in shape. You get the idea. I can't give you the answer for all these people. You know these people. You got to be creative, but you got to give some value to them. And if you do that, they'll want to work with you, and you guys will have that collaboration online. Their Instagram accounts, obviously, you want to find ones that have certain online followings themselves, okay? If you do this, then you could do your calling and walking in and all that boring, like 1942 stuff. All right. So I asked, what can you offer them so you can get access to their audience? And this is the key, everybody. You want access to their audience. That's the key. A lot of you guys are trying to create your own audience, which is great, but you could jump that line real quick. If there's an interior decorator, a dentist who's super popular in the area, and you become their guy or their gal, all right? Am I right? That's the real goal here. You want to become the referral for somebody in your area who has a large following in your area, which is an interior decorator, the dentist, the lawyer, whatever it is. And how are you going to do that? Good old guilt trip, just like your mother taught you. All right, you do things for them, and there's a certain unwritten expectation. Tell me if I'm wrong, that if you're promoting their business on your social media, there's kind of an unwritten guilt trip that they're going to refer you. Because if I start promoting this interior decorator's photos over and over again, and I say, hey, why'd you send this listing to Jane over there? I've been giving all this stuff. They'll look at you like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm a horrible person. You know, and they'll squirm and avoid your calls because they know they should be giving it to you because you've been helping them out, and Jane hasn't. All right? Guilt's a powerful tool. Won't always work, but, you know, every little bit counts. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And if I scratch your back and you don't scratch mine, I'm going to give you a big kick in the you-know-what. All right, here we go. Moving right along. Next thing you guys have to realize when we talk about online collaboration is something called social proof. Have you guys ever heard of social proof? What does social proof mean? This is a very online term. It's not a real estate term. It's a very big term with internet marketing. Have you guys ever heard of social proof? What do you guys think? Social proof. So social proof, another way to say it is credibility. It makes you seem like a legitimate person. So you want to seem credible. For example, I offer a lot of people to do interviews on my channel. I interview a lot of students who pass, people who are on this webinar. I'll put you on my social medias. I want to help you guys by giving you guys social proof. And because I have a lot of followers on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook groups, I have a certain amount of credibility. And by me validating you and talking to you and trying to make you in a good light, I'm giving you more what's called social proof. Another way to say it, online credibility, okay? However, I'm not in your geographic area. Remember that interior decorator, all those people? The more you could be seen talking with them, talking to them, even if they don't refer you business, you're gaining credibility, social proof. Everybody got that? And this is why this online collaboration is important, going back to that original word. If that lawyer has been in the area for 30 years and he's a very trusted guy, everybody knows him, his kids went to the schools, you know, he's been volunteering in the community, he's helped a lot of good people get out of some jams, and people just really respect him. If you interview him and he's talking to you, you have social proof. And when he does that, you offer to get him more business, yada, yada. You guys got to think creatively to build these collaborations. And this is what I'm talking about. Very often, a lot of the people, hear me on this and tell me if I'm correct. Everybody listening? Right, I'm listening. I'm listening. Everybody right, I'm listening. Okay, you guys listening? This is a big one I want you guys to think about. And I hope you realize I'm not always trying to give you guys the answers. I'm trying to promote critical thinking of how you can increase your business, okay? Tell me if I'm right. The people with the largest social proof, or we'll say credibility, in your community, okay, very often are scared of social media or online marketing. The reason I say this, because many of them have been building their business over 30, 40 years, and they have credibility, and a lot of them are scared of all these new younguns coming in with their Facebook and their Instagram and threatening them, okay? So that dentist, that lawyer, that real estate agent, that personal trainer has been around for a really long time, and this is more small town stuff, not so much the cities, but they have this name, but you tell them about Instagram and they get really anxious because they know it's important, but they don't know what to do with it, right? Am I right or am I right? I mean, who agrees with me? A lot of these people who built a reputation over many years in the neighborhood, they're living off of that reputation and they're afraid other people will start to step on those toes, right? Because they're afraid new people are coming in. Does everybody agree? Not for every community, but a lot of communities is the case. Where am I going with this? You could help them with that. By you putting them on your channel and kind of giving them a helping hand, you're helping somebody who has a lot of credibility in the neighborhood get over a hump that's really scary for them, okay? Because I'm telling you, you guys don't realize, I see it with real estate agents all the time, applies to other industries. People who've been working in an area for a really long time are really scared they're going to lose their foothold because everything's coming online and they built their whole business off of in-person things and referrals and a downline, and they're worried that downline's starting to dwindle bit by bit by bit, okay? So if you could help them with that dentist, that interior decorator, that hairdresser who's been doing people's hairs for like 20 years, who did like grandkids' hair and all the rest of it, they will be appreciative. So how do you get on other people's social media outlets? Right? So we discussed this. What kind of people's outlets do you want? Right? People with a large following in your neighborhoods. Now we are talking about people who do have a social media following, so I'm going the other angle. How do you get on people's social media outlets? What can you offer them? You're brand new. What can you offer them? So you see somebody who's got like 50,000 followers on Instagram, all from your town, and you want to get on that channel. What are you going to say to them? Say, just video me. I'm a new agent. I met Joe, and can you just interview me? I'm awesome. Can you do that? This is when you got to rely on your life before you were an agent. What makes you special? What makes you unique? Okay? You have to come up with something, be creative, something. You got to really kind of dig through. Maybe you love to surf. Maybe you love yoga. Maybe you're expert in the schools. Something. Maybe you're expert in the community. You got to find out what it is that you could say that will get them on that channel. Once you get on there, you're talking about that thing, you can promote yourself as a real estate agent. If you're a yogi, you talk about yoga, and then you said, by the way, I'm a real estate agent now. I've been doing yoga my whole life, but I want to help people sell their homes. But let's talk yoga for a little bit. Let's do that. And you got to intelligently work it in. Has everybody got that? You can't just go up to them and be like, I'm a new real estate agent. I want to sell houses. So let me just say that on your channel. You have to add value. You know what it is by following their Instagram page. Follow their Instagram page. For example, if you wanted to get on my Instagram page, the Prep Agent one, that has, I think, 21,000 subscribers, okay, followers, what would you say to me? You wouldn't just say to me, Joe, help me out. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll help you out. You'd say, Joe, you got a lot of people who are studying. I just took the exam. Let me see if I could share some really great information that I think will help them pass. I got some quality ideas on how to pass the exam, how to relax. I think my story will be helpful to them. And then you sell me on that. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get you on. I think that'll be helpful. Okay. On my new page, on this agent school page, if you want to get on, you have to sell me like, you know what? My story is really unique. It's really good. I really think it'd help your followers get leads in the first week, month, year, whatever it is. I think I could give a good pep talk. You have to follow me to find out what appeals to me, what I'm trying to do. And so many people, it drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely insane when people just solicit others without knowing what they do. I mean, how many of you guys get these emails like, list your house with me or buy cookies or whatever it is, and they don't know anything about you. And this is so lame when it's so easy to find out about people. Just look at their Instagram profile. You don't need to do like a deep dive. Look at their LinkedIn profile. You'll see what they're about. If you just know a few simple facts about somebody, you're pretty much good to go. Do you guys agree or not? Yes or no? And by the way, this is true of your sales techniques too when you get listings. You don't just be like, I want to sell your house. It's like, oh, I heard this. I heard you're moving. I heard that. Anything you could show that you've done some homework. All right, same thing. I guess the way to say it is you got to sell yourself to be able to sell. You got to sell yourself to these people so you can get out there so you can sell houses and all that. Okay, what kind of people's outlets do you want to be on? Like we said before, people have a large following in their area. And what do you offer? That's what I just spoke about now. So I hope this was helpful today. I want to give you guys some ideas for online collaboration and things you should do to kind of get business via others beyond just that old school method of cold calling, door knocking, networking events, sitting open houses, handing out flyers, handing out business cards, calling everyone you know, which by the way is becoming more and more irrelevant as days go by, not just because of the virus, because of online things are going. So the old school methods don't always work. And these new social media techniques could sometimes become very intimidating. Facebook ads, YouTube links, Instagram posts, video diaries, email marketing, Facebook groups, Clubhouse. Some of you guys are looking at some of the stuff like, I don't even know what that is, half of it. All right, so the new ways can be a little intimidating. The old ways can be a little archaic. And my pitch to you today is try this. Try some online collaboration because I think it's a happy medium between the intimidation of the new ways of getting business and the archaic ways of the old. What do you guys think? You think it's a good idea? I hope you guys liked it. And I hope you guys enjoy many of our Agent School webinars. They are free. And the reason we do them all is because, I think I said this before, we help many people pass the exam, but they were out of the business within the first year, and we want to put an end to that real quick. It's not just about pass the exam, it's to make sure you're successful after being in this business 1 year and beyond. So with that being said, thank you everybody. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.